Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that's on a lot of parents' minds: how to teach your child English right at home. And, more importantly, how to make it feel less like a chore and more like a fun adventure they'll actually want to go on.
So, this is the big question, right? You might be thinking, I'm not a language expert. How can I possibly do this? But here's the good news: you absolutely don't have to be. Honestly, the most powerful tool you have is that special connection you already share with your child. So let's dive in with that in mind. Now, before we jump into any specific games or cool techniques, we've got to start with the single most important rule of thumb. Seriously, if you only remember one thing from our chat today, make it this.
That's it right there. There's no magic, one-size-fits-all formula that works for every single kid. The real goal isn't to find some perfect method you read about online. It's to discover the one that just clicks with your child's unique personality and how they see the world. So let's just take all that pressure off right now.
Okay, so to find that method that's a perfect fit, we first have to understand who we're teaching. It really all boils down to three key things that shape the way your child learns just about anything. Age is a huge one. It's all about tailoring the content. For a 5-year-old, their world revolves around them, so you'll want to talk about their toys, their favorite foods, their family. But for a 10-year-old, you can start to broaden those horizons and talk about things like animals, outer space, or cool places around the world. It's really just about meeting them right where they are.
And then there's personality. Think about it. Is your kid the life of the party? Do they love a little friendly competition? Well, group games might be perfect for them. Or are they more of a quiet observer, the kind of kid who likes to get things 100% right in their head before they say it out loud? They're probably going to shine in a one-on-one setting where they feel super safe to try things out without worrying about making a mistake. In this one, this brings us to what I think is the most powerful factor of all: their learning style. Every single brain is wired a little bit differently, and figuring out how your child's brain likes to take in new information, well, that's a total game changer. Let's take a look at the main styles you're likely to see. So here they are, the big four. Does your child's face just light up when they see colorful pictures and illustrations? They're probably a visual learner. Do they somehow know every single word to a song after hearing it just once? That's your auditory learner. Are they always reaching for a crayon to draw or write? Yep, reading/writing is their thing. Or do they just need to be moving, building things, and touching stuff to really get it? That is a classic kinesthetic learner. Really, the best way to find out is to just try a bit of everything and see what they get most excited about. Okay, now that we've got the why all figured out, let's get into the how. Here's the secret. For kids, the line between playing and learning, it shouldn't even exist. If it's not fun, poof, their attention is gone. So our main job is to become the ultimate game master. Just feel the difference here. What is lion in English? Ugh, that feels like a pop quiz, right? But let's find the lion and hear it roar. Now that feels like an exciting adventure. We're not quizzing them for a translation, we're inviting them to play a game. That one little switch in how you phrase it makes all the difference in the world. And get this, you don't need these long, drawn-out study sessions. A kid's attention span is short. 15 minutes of fun, focused, happy play is way, way more effective than a whole hour of frustrated drilling. You can even do a few of these little 15-minute bursts throughout the day. Okay, so what do these games actually look like? Don't worry, I'm going to give you a few super simple but really powerful ideas you can start using like today. No fancy equipment needed, just a little bit of creativity. First up, an old classic for a very good reason. Flashcards are amazing for our visual learners and for building up new words fast. But, and this is a big but, we're going to make it a game, not a drill. The real secret here is that feeling of winning. So you spread all the cards out on the floor, picture side up. Then you call out, "Where is the apple?" Your child finds it and grabs it. And here's the fun part. They get to keep every card they get right. At the end, you can count up their pile. See, there's no penalty for getting one wrong. Just lots of encouragement to try again next time. All right, when it's time to start spelling, please forget about just writing words out 10 times in a row. We can turn that into a fun puzzle, which is so much more engaging for a kid's brain. So instead of a boring test, how about you create a simple little word search? Or you could write out a word with a missing letter and let them be the detective who solves the mystery. Or my favorite, scramble the letters of a word and challenge them to put it back together. Each of these little games builds those important word recognition skills without any of the pressure. And now, for all our auditory and kinesthetic learners out there, this is where the real magic happens. We need to get up, get off the page, and get our bodies and our voices involved. This is how you make words totally unforgettable.
Come on, let's try it together. The word is monkey. First, we all say it loud and clear, monkey. Good. Now let's add a sound. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Perfect. And finally, let's add an action. Everybody pretend to peel and eat a banana. You see, by connecting that word to a sound and a physical movement, you've just locked it into their memory in 3 different ways. It's so powerful.
You know, we've talked about all these methods and fun games, but I really want to end on the most important, most critical part of this whole journey, and that's you. Just look at this for a second. Your own personal level of English, it's the least important factor here. It really is. What truly matters, what makes the biggest difference, is your enthusiasm and your encouragement. Your positive energy is absolutely contagious. If you're having fun with it, I promise you they will too. Your belief in them is what gives them the confidence to even try. So let's just quickly recap the real keys to making this work. First, be patient. Kids need time to just soak in a new language before they start speaking it. Second, bring the energy. Third, praise their effort all the time, not just when they get it right. And finally, if they find a game they absolutely love, play it again and again. That repetition is what builds their confidence and makes them feel like a winner. Look, learning a language is definitely a marathon, not a sprint. But by turning it into a little daily game that you play together, you're not just teaching them English, you're building these incredible memories and a love of learning that's going to last them a lifetime. So I'll leave you with this. Thanks so much for tuning in.